Hello everyone, this is Wade from HiTechLegion. With over 1,000 videos uploaded, if you haven't seen it here, you may not have seen it anywhere. In this video, we're going to be giving you an overview of the component installation for the Rosewill Line Glow mid-tower computer case. As you see, we've got it here, and I've already got both side panels off. So the first thing we'll be installing is the power supply into the case. Here we have an 850 watt power supply installed into the case with the ventilation down, because we do have some mesh on the bottom to prevent dust from getting into it. So this will pull air through the bottom here and cool the power supply. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of room behind the motherboard tray, so I haven't routed any cables yet, because it'd be very difficult to close the side case with any cables behind it. There is some space behind these hard drive trays to put the excess cabling for the front panel and for the hard drives themselves. Next, we have our motherboard installed. It is a standard ATX motherboard. That goes in easily with the supplied screws, and we do have a large Vantex heatsink installed here. Unfortunately, this does not fit completely in this case because it is a very thin case. It's not that wide, so we will end up having to switch this out for another heatsink. As you can see, I've replaced that large Vantex heatsink with the stock Intel cooler, which easily fits into here. I did attempt to install a Xenon 240 into the top, but unfortunately the case is too thin for that, and the radiator hits the motherboard and is unable to be installed. So the larger Vantex heatsink doesn't fit, and the Xenon 240 radiator does not fit in the top of this case as well. So now we've got our power supply and our motherboard installed with a heatsink, and all our cables are routed and plugged in as best as we can with the options that are available. Next, let's install the video card into the system. So here we have the PCI Express graphics card installed. It is an older model graphics card, an 8800 GTX, so it'll heat up nicely for our temperature testing. And I've already ran the PCI Express power cables into it. Simply to install this, I had to pop out the two blanks on the back, which are disposable, and then I placed the card into the PCI Express slot and screwed down the card into the case. Then hooked up the PCI Express power cables. Next, I will show you how to install a hard drive, 3.5-inch hard drive into it. So the first thing to do to get the 3.5-inch hard drive installed is to slide it into one of the bays here, and then they do include a toolless connector for one side of the drive, so we can put that on, and that partially holds the drive in. Then on the other side, you got to put in the other toolless connector to hold it in place. Now your hard drive's installed, and you can hook up your power, your SATA power and your SATA data to get it running. For the 2.5-inch drives, you have a converter that is in here. It's also held in with toolless connectors, so you can take the converter out and place your 2.5-inch drive onto the converter bracket, and then put the provided screws into it. Then you're going to place your drive back into one of the bays and tighten it down with the toolless connector. So you can see now we have both our 3.5-inch drive mounted and our 2.5-inch drive mounted in the included conversion bracket. Next, let's take a look at the installation for the 5 1/4 inch drive. For the 5 1/4 inch drive, you also have toolless connectors on the both sides of the drive bay, but you got to take out the front blank. There are little tabs inside that you have to squeeze to get the front panel to pop out, but it is reusable if you decide to take the drive out and want to pop this back in place. Once you've done that and you've taken the toolless connectors off, you simply take your 5 1/4 inch drive, slide it into your tower, and then you can take your toolless connectors and put them back on so that it keeps your device nice and tight. Then you hook up your SATA power and data as usual. So here we have the completed component installation for the Rosewill Line Glow mid-tower computer case. As you can see, the front fans glow nice and blue, and you've got a blue indicator LED for power and a red hard drive indicator LED on the front here. Is a decent mid-tower computer case, though there definitely are some issues with the cable management and being able to fit larger coolers into the case itself, but for a basic system this will work nicely. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter account. Take care.